Test, 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 ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Test, test, test. Test your booty. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Test your booty, yeah.
Ooh, the casual.
And by the sound of that, it sounds like my mic is working just fine. So if you are new to my fantastic little nobody channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Share wherever you share things. I know I'm asking you prematurely, but that's only if you like what you hear today. So, data mine characters. Sorry I've been gone for a little while, guys. My mom had surgery, and I've been trying to pick up the slack in a major way, going through my own little personal things while trying to do that. Still dealing with the whole Elgato thing. I may have it sorted out, but it's a work in progress because that's what you do when you're by yourself trying to handle things. But anyways, with that aside, I know you didn't come for me to whine and complain. So, again, data mine smash characters. I'm going to spare you all the other little leaks here and there for now, unless you guys want me to continue to review them, which if you do say so, I definitely gladly will. They are pretty fun to do, but really I'm just trying to give you guys whatever you want. I mean, if you guys don't enjoy it, then really it's like, what's the point? But anyways, a person by the name of Jam1 Garner tweeted out something that was really interesting. It was part of the thing that came from the whole data mining situation that's ongoing. He says this: okay, since the secret's out, here's confirmation. Forums and Ultimate confirmed the code names of two future characters, Jack and Brave. The labels for these characters are Fighter Kind Jack, Fighter Kind Brave, Fighter Kind Paku. And he has in parentheses Piranha Plant. And then he just goes down and just shows the images for just those code names for the results. And that's pretty much it for that. I'll also go ahead and get the 5chan leak out of the way. You probably already heard of it at this point. Pretty sure it lacks. Chris has regurgitated it at some point. Papa Gino's probably went over it at some point too, I'm sure. I haven't seen much from his channel lately. Which he probably has life going on as well. I hadn't seen anything from Billy Bo either. Everybody just kind of dissipated once Smash came out. But anyways, yeah, the 5chan thing is you have Ryu Hayabusa. Hopefully I'm not butchering that. You have Doom Guy, and you have Steve, and then you got Joker, and you know all that other good stuff. That's the 5chan league, just in a nutshell. Now, in my personal opinion, Steve definitely isn't what you would call brave, or what I would call brave. So I can't see him fitting that motif, I guess you could say. Ryu could be the brave one. I mean, he's definitely a badass. Same goes for Doom Guy, but Doom Guy's more of a homicidal. I wouldn't use Doom Guy as my brave example. Like, I can't even think of anything from their series that would signify the phrase brave. Nothing from the Doom franchise either alludes to it. And by the thing, I meant Ninja Gaiden. I kind of got mixed up a little bit. But anyways, then you have I'm Rand's comments, which, you know, he hasn't been right enough for me to really just focus on his comments. But I mean, it's worth noting. Who knows? I'm probably going to be wrong by not listening to him. So with that said, I mean, actually what I want to do in this video, now that you have, like, literally nothing really noteworthy has happened, that, because I mean, there's plenty of stuff that's happened, but you still have no definite answers. It's just like before Smash came out. A lot of different leaks and stuff came out. You had the Grinch leak thinking, oh, this is it. This is the shebang. Sad. It sucks that it wasn't true, because that leak was better than what we actually got. Like, I mean, that's just what it is. I like Incineroar, but that leak was much better. But anyways, it still doesn't tell you anything, so I'm going to leave it as that. What I am going to do with this is I'm just going to give you a couple of characters that I think could fit that fit the brave motif, because just like he says in parentheses, Paku is Japanese for plant. So, you know, you got the Paku plant, Piranha Plant. Joker, or yeah, Jack is most likely, it's either for Jack being equated to Joker. For me, it's either one or two things. So I love me some Persona. Jack is either A, the playing cards. Playing cards, you got Joker in the same, level or echelon, I guess you could say, as Jack. You got your Jackie, Queen, your King, and then the Joker, or Ace and then the Joker. I think that's one way of doing it. And then you have the Jack Frost. As far as that could be a reason that Jack is in there. I mean, those are the only two reasons I can really think of, and they're kind of too obvious. So watch Nintendo explain that at some point, and it's going to be some bizarro ass kind of mixed up way. It's like, this doesn't make any sense, but I guess this adds up to it. But anywho, like I said, Paku is just Japanese weeb for plants, so it's just plants. I'm sorry. These seem pretty obvious because they've already been announced, but Brave, what could Brave be? Well, with the current Buzz characters, I mean, I actually think, or it's very likely that another fighter pass is going to happen. I mean, there's not enough room for fan wants. There's not enough room for, in these 5 characters, there is not enough room for fans, not enough room for smart business moves. Not enough room for better business relationships between Nintendo and other companies, because all of these would benefit Nintendo, guaranteed. Keep your core audience happy. That's going to keep your base strong, and your base is your ride or die. So you definitely want to keep your loyal people happy. Whether you give a crap about them or not, you should be able to recognize the power of that base. The smart business moves, kind of like what they did with Joker. I think with Joker is a very interesting way. Instead of using Smash to advertise other franchises for future reference, they kind of did an inverse way to it, to where they're trying to pull in new audiences into Smash by adding characters like Joker from Persona in. And like I said, I gave Joker a 50-50 way back when, before it all went down. It's kind of incredible that that character is actually in the game. But that's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is just bolstering those relationships between those other companies. Aside from bringing in new fans, make other companies like you, so, and you have a good relationship, so you can not have the third-party fiasco and debacles that you've been having for so long. But that's just my interpretation on adding characters like Joker to Smash Brothers. But I really just feel like another fighter pass is bound to happen. Like it can't help but happen at this point. But anyways, it's been quite some time since Virgin and Hitagi and Panda and all your other homeboys, as far as the Smash League crew. My initial thought would be that Eldrick from Dragon Quest would be the brave one, but I mean, this is everyone's guess at this point. I mean, it's not even exciting anymore. Though Eldrick from Dragon Quest is most likely going to be popular in Japan as averse to the popularity of Dragon Quest in the United States, which is a shame because Dragon Quest is pretty legit. But Paku is just a simple translation. I mean, that's just a one-to-one, I guess you could say, comparison as far as data mine being related to anything. For guessing a character, I want to play all right, so Joker, the way the Joker plays in my mind, because I think it is the Jack Frost thing, is why it's Jack is the code name. But I really think it'd be really cool if it's the playing card thing. I really want to go with that. If you've never played this before, and given what I would say my demographic is, you probably never heard of before. There's this old game called 7 Degrees to Kevin Bacon. And what you do is, you figure out, you name something, and you figure out how many degrees does it take to relate to this is an old school actor, an old school movie star named Kevin Bacon, and how it relates to it. Because usually if you do enough mental gymnastics, it will eventually come back to Kevin Bacon. It's a pretty interesting thing. Now, I know you're probably telling me, get on with it, old man. Well, that's the gist of this game. So along with the other criteria I've set for how I think Nintendo is making their choices, I'll try to figure out who could possibly fit Brave. So the hero class is called Usha in Japan, which translates to Brave, if I'm not mistaken. So we could take the Paku route, and that would be Eldrick from Dragon Quest. Or it could be Lloyd. Now, it is possible, or at least because I've mentioned Lloyd before, because Bandai Namco definitely needs another rep. It's possible it could be that, although I would love to have Heihachi instead. I really think that Lloyd could be in the running. I'm not necessarily, because I'm seeing this from a fan standpoint, so I'm not sure if it's going to hurt it or not. But the fact that Lloyd uses swords could hurt him, maybe, because I think that may take into account. Well, I mean, granted, Nintendo is the ones that pick, so Nintendo probably doesn't give a crap that there's like 1,000 sword users in Smash Brothers already, because they added Corrin in. So I'm not sure how much they give a crap about that, but for some reason, some sneaking reason or thought in my head, I feel like the fact that he uses swords really hurts him as far as getting in. But again, Namco really needs another rep in Smash. It seems uneven right now that Namco only has one representative. It just seems off. Like, Konami has 3 reps, and that was completely unexpected. Sega's going to have 3 reps, although I'd rather one of those be Tails or Knuckles. But I'm fine with that. I'm fine with Bayonetta, Sonic. I really want Tails, goddammit, and Joker. But yeah, Namco having just 1 rep, and Square Enix, the talks of Square Enix getting another rep regardless. It just seems uneven for Namco, the person, or at least the company that helped build Smash Brothers, to only have 1 rep. It just seems really off. But anyways, who else do I think other than Lloyd could be? Sora. Sora could actually match the Brave motif, and I'll tell you why. So Sora has multiple forms in Kingdom Hearts 2, and if you're a fan of Kingdom Hearts, you probably already know where I'm going with this. Now, your boy has his Valor form, which is also known as his Brave form from Kingdom Hearts 2. I know it feels like it's a little bit of a stretch, but at the same time, it also aligns with Square Enix and Virgil's mention. The name Sora being tossed around before, the Kingdom Hearts 3 devs talking about bringing it over to the Switch, the precedent set by Joker, that Nintendo appears to want to bring in an audience that would and could possibly overlap with the large roster of Smash character fans. I mean, I can easily see people that play Smash Brothers playing Kingdom Hearts games. The motif really fits well, and if you think Pikachu is cute, like video games, then Kingdom Hearts is up your alley, and vice versa. If you love the power of friendship, I mean, Kirby is your guy. Well, Puff, your Majin Buu. So, along with the other things that I've mentioned before, as far as like the different meetings that have taken place, just the desire to get some of that Switch money finally, Square Enix, you got your head out of your ass. It does make a case for him. And of course, Cloud, as big as a reveal Cloud was, nobody saw that coming. All these people are predicting X, Y, and Z characters happening in Smash Brothers. Can you, after all this time, after all these years, can you not tell me for a second, as wacky as Nintendo is, that even with all the leaks, all the rumors, all the whispers, that we're going to get a 1-for-1 for every character that's been guessed? That's never happened. It's always some random crap. Like, you gonna get a character that's like, holy shit, I never saw this coming. Like, it happens every time. So I can't even do it anymore with that. So I really feel like this ups just the Brave part. I really feel like it ups Sora's chances. In a perfect world, or at least not a perfect world, but at least a world with the best case scenario, Sora would be the code name for Brave. And you can say as kitty and howdy doody and cutesy wootsy as Sora looks as a Kingdom Hearts character, considering just the layout, the vibe, the theme, the touchy-feely, squishy love theme of Kingdom Hearts, I would definitely use the word brave. When I think of brave, I think of somebody who doesn't appear as tough or isn't like the type of person to be tough or just whatever case. Somebody that doesn't seem like a badass in general. I think of that person standing up to adversity. So that's why I equate brave to initially. Now, this is not an end-all be-all interpretation of the word brave, but that's how I picture it. And considering the context of Smash Brothers and being a code name for a character, other than Eldrick, Sora, it would match in a sense. But I guess we could take it a step further really quick and say brave furry default. I mean, there have been talks to make another Bravery Default a largely popular RPG on the DS. I mean, wildly popular. Like, get on it. Like, there actually needs to be another Bravery Default. It would easily fit the alleged fake image leak with Agnes in it, which I'm sure is fake because of the punctuation of the name, but who knows? Maybe it was just an early build, so you just had a grammatical error, and this was actually and considering the date of that, when that leak happened, it could, because all it was just technically a picture PNG. I mean, you can make that in Photoshop in like maybe a couple of hours, depending on how good you are. It really wouldn't be hard to do to make that. We didn't see like an actual like 3D model. Even 3D models for pros that like to make stuff up, they could still make that, but considering the fact that it was really just a PNG, it's possible that that was an early thing of Agnes. And, you know, you don't have to spell it right going out the gate. Like, you just make sure that it's spelled right when it's finished. So it's just food for thought, really. Then, of course, you have Jet Force Gemini, which I'd say they're brave too. I mean, I've mentioned and discussed Jet Force Gemini. You feel free to look at my other videos as far as an explanation on them. Blast Corps, I don't know anything out of there that would honestly be brave, but admittedly, I don't know enough about Blast Corps because it's such a niche thing. Jet Force Gemini is niche too, but I just have fond memories with Jet Force Gemini. Is why I know about that. Of course, even so, I will be wrong just because, you know, I said it's going to be something, so there you go. Don't bet on that. Keep in mind, like I said, at the very end, Nintendo is wacky. So what you will end up with getting is Brave Little Toaster. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Brave Little Toaster will join Smash. Thank you so much for sitting through my rambling. I literally rambled in there, and for you to go all the way to the end of that, God, thank you so much for listening to me. I genuinely appreciate it. It lets me know that I'm, as a professional mistake maker, I'm doing something right. But if you did enjoy listening to me talk about the whole data mines, at least feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the whole situation. Tell me how you enjoying Smash. Tell me how you're doing, matter of fact. It's not, you know, I'm down with that. Feel free to hit that like button. If you don't like the video, feel free to hit that dislike button, but make sure you hit it twice so I really know that you did not like the video. Feel free to subscribe. Have a Patreon. Tier started like $1 a month. The more that I get to the Patreon, the more I can focus on videos instead of playing defense in life, and I'm pretty sure you can relate to that. If you don't feel like doing that, that's completely fine. Got an apparel store that helps support independent artists. You gotta watch out for your artists, man. They're out there, they working, they trying. It's not easy out there. Threadiverse.com. Big sale going on, 30% off. Still get yourself something nice. Always welcome to. Feel free to send me a picture of you in whatever you decide to get from the store. With that said, all the house cleaning stuff out of the way. Hope you had a fantastic day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.